the Fanatic Brackets Season 4, Episode 7. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co-host, Joel. For this
Yo,
episode, we are joined by 1/4 of Lip Gloss and Ladders. Ash, how are you? How's everything? How you doing?
I'm
Been a
doing
minute.
good. I'm doing good. I know we were talking about it before we got on camera, but
Yeah.
I had a good day for the round of 16 when it comes to the World Cup. Nick did
Yeah,
not, so I'll
I
be
know.
because I love Colombia, so
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A little heartbroken, but wrestling keeps a mind off everything, so hey, glad we're doing something afterwards because it's not a good game. Not a good game.
definitely the right move.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, right moment. But yeah, thank you for coming on. Glad to have you on this show. You came up with this topic and with the participants and everything with the best surprise championship win. I love this topic because I believe you said it was for Sami Zayn's win. What was the reason for getting this all set up and for this topic?
Honestly, I feel like the idea of it is super fun because there are a lot of different I feel like there's a lot of predictability in wrestling. So anytime that there's a chance where everybody is genuinely surprised, good or bad, I think that it's worth talking about. And the Sami Zayn win was definitely something that was completely out of left field. So I was like, I kind of fell down a rabbit hole of like, what other like crazy surprise wins were like that from the past couple of decades on. So that's kind of where I came to this idea.
And I don't know if this past Monday was even a more surprise, or everyone saw that coming with Punk returning, or is that like
double surprise?
Yeah, double surprise. Yeah, within a 9-day span, it was like 2 surprises in one. It's like, oh god. But yeah, I see where you're going. Where you're going with that. A lot of great surprises here. I have to like rewatch a lot of these matches and be like, oh man, I forgot what was won.
Yeah,
and the moments, the crowd reactions make everything so important in these surprises.
Right.
So yeah, I love this topic. I can't wait to get into it and see what surprises and what's better than the other. So for those listening or watching, the concept of this show is we each gonna go matchup by matchup, giving our better surprise between the two championship wins, and obviously with our reasons why, whichever participant gets 2 or 3 votes between the 3 of us moves on to the next round to the finals, and then whichever gets it to the end wins the entire thing. It's an opinion based show, so you can look at it however way you want to. There's no specific way to look at it. But without further ado, let's get into the bracket. Ash, because you're our guest, we're going to start with you with the first matchup. Which matchup did you feel like surprised you more? Sami Zayn's recent win or Sheamus's 2009 when he beat John Cena, and why?
Ooh, this one was pretty hard because I wasn't necessarily a wrestling fan during that time. So to live through the Sami Zayn thing, to see what the genuine reactions at the time, I feel like it's like a one-of-one experience. So I'm kind of leaning more towards the Sami Zayn of it all because that was a genuine surprise. Yeah. Between the two people in that match, I genuinely did not think that Sami was going to come away with it. I really thought that they were going to try to wait until Mania, Saudi?
Next year, yeah.
Just because to pull the trigger on that. So that just made more sense to me. But now it seems as though we're doing a whole completely different story with Sami now. So I'm going to have to go with Sami.
Okay, makes sense too. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, not in terms of the pick, but I agree. I didn't think Sami Zayn was gonna win his match. That's what I was gonna say because my pick for that match in that championship was Gunther.
Yeah,
because Sami Zayn winning came out of left field. It was like, oh shoot, they're actually going to give it to him. Then when they announced Cody was going to face him on Raw, I was like, shocker that they're going to give it to someone from Chicago in Chicago.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. Yeah. Well, do you agree with her? I'm going to go with Sheamus from 2009, and why?
The Sheamus moment was a big surprise. But I'm going to have to go with Sami. Maybe this is also recency bias, but like Sami Zayn was more like, there's no way they're going to pull the trigger on this. Like, why would they? This has been too long. We talked about this, Nick. That was like, oh, he's past his time. Like, if they will pull the trigger, would have been way months ago, maybe even a year ago. This isn't the time to do it. And so for that, and the way that happened on the roll up with the two guys that he was fighting, being the underdog, I gotta give it to Sammy.
Okay, those not bad picks, but I'm gonna go with Sheamus though, because the thing is, Joel, you were watching this time too, right? Did you stop at any point? Okay, because Sheamus was someone that like Sheamus was someone that like that was like months into his career. That wasn't like Sammy where he was there on the main roster for 10 plus years and finally got an opportunity. It was someone that like no one really knew about. A fresh new face that like just happened to win a battle royal. And if you remember too, he accidentally won the match by seeing just falling into a table, and he just won the match. So like it was just like I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, did they just give this random guy out of nowhere? I mean, it paid off. You know, Sheamus is out of career. Sucks that he's gone from WWE, but
yeah,
you know, it's like it was still a moment to where it's like, oh shit, who is this guy and why did it? Huh? It was just I remember being lost of words. But I guess it paid again. Like, it just paid off in a way because he became. I would say he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah. I don't know if y'all would agree on that.
Yeah, I agree on that.
So it made something. I mean, Sammy, he could be a Hall of Famer too. I'm not saying he isn't. It's just that moment of being like shocked and surprised. I feel like I was more surprised over Sheamus because Sammy was destined to be a world champion one day, regardless of when it was going to happen. Yeah. So whether it was Night of Champions, Mania next year, it was bound to happen. Sheamus was just that was completely out of left field. It went to left field, it went to right field. It was like, oh shit, like what happened?
Yeah. Especially who he beat.
Exactly. Yeah, and the way he did it too. So, I mean, it was just completely more of a shocker. It sucks that he's gone. Why did he have to leave?
That is a bummer. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, that was one that I thought was a lifer. Shout out Sheamus, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know nowadays. Yeah,
which sucks.
I thought the New Day was the lifers, but they weren't. So
yeah, that's when it shifted for me for sure. I was like, oh, anybody, anybody could go. Anybody could go for real.
Exactly. So you don't know nowadays. So it was, I mean, shout out to Sheamus. Hope he goes somewhere where he could be utilized more. But yeah, that championship win, I remember seeing that. And it was a TLC at the
random pay-per-view. Yeah, I remember watching it. I was like, really? Like this is what we're doing. It was one of those moments I was like, no way.
It was risky though. It was risky.
100%. But they ran with it. They didn't get cold feet and take it away from him 9 days later.
Yeah, that is true.
That's hard. That's rough. Like that. I mean, he got his pictures. He got a lot of pictures with that belt. So
yeah, we should have known when he was taking taking advantage of it. Like he was taking the most advantage of it.
He was soaking
we should have known.
Yeah. He was soaking it for real.
The writing was on the wall.
Yeah. They were writing on the wall clear, loud as day, and we didn't see it till SmackDown. Can't believe that. Hey, at least he won it. You got the Darby Allin treatment. You know, we'll talk about that a little bit, but
yeah. Shout out Darby.
Yeah. Sammy is WWE's Darby Allin, but he got it. He got his flowers. That's all I'm happy about. He got his flowers. It could have been like much worse.
Damn, just take it, please.
Yeah, here, just
take it so we can put you in the book and call it a day.
A Grand Slam champion now, so that
literally.
Yeah, shout out Sammy.
Yeah, shout out Sammy.
We love Sammy.
But he moves on to this one. He moved on, right?
Makes sense.
Exactly. Next matchup, we have Santino Marella's Intercontinental Championship win in 2007 versus Vince McMahon's ECW Championship win, and I believe the same year, or was it the year before? That was.
I think it was the same year.
McMahon won 07. 07.
It was the same story, because it was the same storyline. They were still feuding Bobby and Umaga.
Yes.
Joel, I'm going to start off with you with this one. Which championship win surprised you the most, and why?
This is 100% Santino. This is 1,000% Santino. I remember watching this live as somebody. I wasn't online. I wasn't on the dirt sheets. I had no clue who this guy was who came in and won the Intercontinental title from Umaga. You know what I mean? Like it was just so random. You got it, Vince. Yeah, like you didn't think they were gonna do it, but then they did the 3-on-1 and it was like, are they gonna do this? And they pulled the trigger. But Santino was just a moment that was like one of those moments that, like, if you didn't know, it shocked the hell out of you.
Right.
And I remember saying there as a kid, like, yo, they could just pick you out the crowd. You could just win a title. Who knows?
Right, exactly.
That got me so hyped. I was like, yo, we gotta get 4 seats next
Yeah, I
time.
need front row tickets now.
I was like, yo, guys, I don't know what the budget is, but we gotta figure this out quick.
I don't know. Either I gotta go to Italy or like a silver row.
Yeah, I gotta do something.
Right.
Do they only do this overseas? I gotta go over there.
Yeah.
That's one way to sell tickets.
Yeah,
No,
that is true. That was a surprising one. Ash, do you agree with him, or are you going to go with the Vince Championship win, and why or why not?
No, I gotta agree. Because the whole concept of it just being plucked from the crowd for like a no DQ match against Umaga, like what? And then to win in Italy, so I feel like it had to go to Santino.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with the both of you. It's crazy how like years later you find out that like he wasn't actually a fan. Like he was signed prior to developmental, and they just made him to an Italian guy front row. But like still, it was like, oh, exactly what Joel said. You made me think as a kid, like, oh, you can get chosen out of nowhere and just win a championship like that.
What are the odds? What are
the odds? It was crazy to think that like that was a great story because it was like, oh shit, this random dude, and he killed the comedic gimmick because I don't think anyone would have taken him seriously if you were just like, how do you take a fan serious just won a title this first night?
Right.
Imagine if it were real though. Yeah, imagine if that were real though. Like he just was an actual fan and just won it out of the blue.
That's a crazy concept.
Yeah, that is a crazy concept.
Some crazy companies got to do it. Some crazy indie companies got to do that. Yo, who wants to take on the champ? Come in the ring. Come on.
I'm available for bookings starting now. So let me know. Let me know. I'm around. A
little graphic.
You're gonna see me in a graphic like Nick. So, I'm gonna be the next 2K game just in the. But Vince was like, again, that I agree with you in terms of the Vince thing. It's like you knew once it was 3-on-1, I was like, all right, we know where this is going. The Santino, they fooled me with that one. Especially during a time where there was no internet. You could just look them up and be like, oh, this guy's a wrestler from Canada. But you wouldn't have known that because I wasn't on the internet then. I don't think the internet was that big. So the fact that they were able to fool people like that pretty easy was pretty surprising. And they executed that moment very perfectly, and it gave it to the right person. And I'm pretty sure that was taped because it was in Italy. So even with that, people didn't know that was taped. To get that moment, that reaction, and like, oh shit, so Bobby just helped a fan win a title against Umaga. Damn, that's crazy.
Reading that on no DQ and being like, no, what? I gotta watch Raw tonight. Now you definitely gotta tune in. Yeah. What are you talking about? What is this? What is this result? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Who is this Santino Marilla? Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Who is this?
It's like, why him?
Of all people.
Exactly. Imagine if you were the guy next to him. It's like, oh, come on, choose me. Like, come on.
Imagine the guy, you think you're like, you're choosing me? Oh, nah, him. Oh, okay.
Yeah, fuck, man.
He pointed at me, man.
No, I swear he did.
Yeah, I should have bought the seat next to me. Yeah. But yeah, that was a fun moment. Santino was a fun little surprise, but he paid it off very well with this comedic gimmick because I don't think he would have again taken him serious after that if it wasn't a comedic gimmick. Like you won your first title, someone helped you,
right?
So the memories, man. I was again going through this list before recording this. I'm like, I remember a lot of these watching for the first time and being like, oh shoot, this happened, and I remember where I was and how shocked I was.
Right.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot on this list. Damn, but you know what? Shout out Durag Vince, man. Shout out Durag Vince.
I was gonna say,
I know it's he got swept, but we gotta show him some love.
Durag Vince. That was so funny. That was
That
like,
was because it spawned. He put up a good fight simply because of do-rag wins.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it reminds me of Prison Mike. It's like it's hilarious because it's like a guy just
100%.
wearing a do rag when he's not supposed to be wearing one. It's like, oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't believe he made a gimmick out of that. That's crazy.
That is crazy to even think about today. It's like, wow.
Shout out
Yeah.
Durag Vince, man.
Yeah. Shout out Durag Vince. Next matchup, we do have Paige winning the Divas Championship her first night on Raw 2014 versus Rey Mysterio winning the World Championship at WrestleMania 22. Not in 2022, in WrestleMania 22. So I'm gonna start this one off. I'm gonna choose Paige because I feel like I remember watching this one live and being like, oh, there's no way they're gonna give this debuting star a championship right away against AJ Lee. You know, again, like I wasn't on the internet at this time either, so I didn't know Paige was gonna debut. So the whole concept of her just debuting right out of the blue, just an open challenge match from AJ. It's like, okay, let's see who it is. I didn't think Paige was going to win that in that way either. I thought it was going to be. I think it's like it started the revolution. This is where the women's revolution, in my eyes, started because of this match. If we didn't have Paige winning here, we wouldn't have seen the story between her and AJ, and we wouldn't have seen everything that transpired afterwards that led into 2015 and beyond. So that's how I view it. Rey winning in WrestleMania 22. Joel, you and I have talked about this for a while now.
Yeah,
we know the sense of why that match was happened. Makes sense, not complaining about it, but it's just because of Eddie. And I mean, he deserved it. Rey deserved it. I'm not saying he didn't deserve that WrestleMania win, but it was just let's make this negative into a positive type of thing.
Yeah.
So we kind of have a feeling that was going to happen. In my eyes, that's how I looked at it. But I'm going to choose Paige because that was more shocking to me than the Rey Mysterio one. Rey's moment was great, but not to shine down on that one. I was just more shocked about Paige winning than Rey. Ash, who do you have? Which title match was a surprising one to you and why?
This one was a bit harder for me because of what you said before about how basically the match was essentially a tribute and dedication to Eddie Guerrero, of course. But the Paige thing, in hindsight, that was crazy. Because that is like, when you look at it in retrospect, that's like the equivalent of, I'm trying to think of somebody from NXT.
Like Lola Vice?
Yeah, like Lola Vice debuting on Raw and just defeating Liv Morgan on just like a random Monday. That would be crazy. I think that would be like, oh, they're strapping the rocket to this person. Like, that's like a huge indicator and sign of how much they believe in a person. Whereas like you kind of convinced me a little because I've been going back and forth on this one. This one's hard. So now I think I'm kind of leaning more towards Paige too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards Paige. Because that was just so genuinely shocking.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a genuine surprise. And it was like, oh, shoot, they're actually going through with this. I guess you can say she was a rookie, even though she'd been wrestling for a while before then. But I was like, oh, shit, the first time on Raw, going to give it to her.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the Santino one, the first night. Like no one thought this was happening. And it happened in that way. So that's what makes it a good surprise, the unexpected. You don't unexpected. If you have a sense in a way, it's like, all right, you kind of have a feeling it's going to happen. But then when it actually happens, like, oh, they did it. Okay, cool. I was right in some way. But the Paige one was unexpected. Joel, do you agree or are you going to go with Rey Mysterio?
I agree. It's Paige. Like, the Rey was shocking, but it was shocking over a period of time because they were building towards this. He won the Rumble. You know what I mean? Like, it was building towards it. That was like, oh, man, are they going to do it? Are they going to give it to Rey? And Paige, like Ash said, was just genuinely coming out the night after Mania, winning. You know what I mean? Like, winning the title, and she's on the main roster. Like, she made her mark. I also agree with you that this is like what kicked off the women's revolution. Without this moment, things don't start taking a turn. Not saying this 100% flipped everything, but this was the start of change. And I think that moment was it was amazing. It was shocking. Like I said, the Ray thing was shocking, but was more like this is gonna happen. Like they gotta give it to Ray. So if Ray would have won it like on a random SmackDown or won it like they just gave him a title shot, I would say Ray.
Yeah.
But because of the build, I gotta go Paige.
And I think this was the very first one, the Raw after Mania, right?
Yes.
Was this? Yeah.
This
so
was
that really
after
New Orleans.
30. Yes.
Yeah, New Orleans. So this was was technically the first Raw after Mania and this was the first surprise of that, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
So that was the start of two traditions, I guess.
They shook it up quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ray though. That was a good moment. But again, it was like you said, Joel, they built it up. So I was like, all right, we have a sense of that he's winning it. That's what they're going with. It was a shocker in terms of like, oh, he beat Randy and Kurt in one night. So the fact that he beat those two out of everyone, I was like, all right, that's a good two opponents to have him win against. So shout out to Ray, man. That was a great moment. Next matchup, we do have Eddie Guerrero winning the WWE title against Brock Lesnar versus Mankind winning his championship against Triple H. This is Triple H. Was it Triple H that when he was Mankind?
He fought
or the Rock. It was the Rock.
Rocky.
Yeah.
I think it was the Rock. Yeah.
He fought Rocky.
Ash, we're gonna start off with you, Ash. Which title win was more surprising to you and why?
This one was really hard too, but I'm gonna have to go with Mankind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. No, there's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer.
I feel terrible.
Why do you feel really Mankind?
Just because I feel like that's really the whole entire story around Mankind is that he puts his body on the line, but he's never really able to hold belts for a very long amount of time. So I think that he's known for a lot of like the surprise wins and like overcoming the odds. I think like he always has those great underdog stories. And for that reason, I kind of went with Mankind. But obviously Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar, it's iconic one. And then it's also, I wasn't there at the time, but I know that was a very shocking win with the Goldberg interference and all of those different things. So that one was very tough for me. But I have to go with Mankind.
Okay. Joel, do you agree with her or are we going to go with Eddie?
Oh, you know my answer. My answer is Eddie Guerrero. Probably one of the most shocking of all time. This man didn't win a Royal Rumble. This man won a random 15-man battle royal on SmackDown to get this number one contender.
Yeah.
Won a random match and got a title shot. There was no way people thought, oh, Eddie's walking into WrestleMania as champion.
Yeah.
You gotta go through Brock Lesnar. And then also in Brock's way has been Kurt Angle, who he eliminated to win the number one contender. So all kind of went back to Brock and Angle. So like growing up, it was like he's just getting this title shot. It's like one of those matches that's just like, okay, we need something for Brock to do before Mania. And then Goldberg ended the chat. And then it was like, okay, can they do this? And I'm only going with Eddie just because I watched it live and I remember my genuine reaction to it, having Eddie as my guy winning this title. Because again, no one thought was gonna happen. Yeah, Mankind, no one thought this was gonna happen, but Mankind at least had a story to it. They cost him the match at Survivor Series. He beat Rocky In Your House, but like they didn't ring the bell, but he beat The Rock, which then led to this title match. So because of that, I think Mankind, even though I did go with Sammy in the first round, it was more of the crowd is behind him. It's bound to happen. And then they did the same thing. He won it there. He lost at the Rumble. He won at halftime. He lost it. You know what I mean? So like they kept going back and forth, which was awesome. And it sounded like a crazy moment watching it live. But I'm biased because I saw that Eddie won live as someone that didn't think that was going to happen. And then to actually watch him beat Eddie, to finally beat Brock. That 1, 2, 3 like clean was amazing. So because of that, I'm gonna have to go with Eddie.
I mean, both of these had great reactions to it. It was
Oh
like,
yes, yeah.
I think these are the top two like post championship, like I would say top 5. That the reactions afterwards.
Definitely.
For sure.
This is a tough one because like the reaction says it all. Says it all. Because you're like, oh shit, this is how much people wanted it to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna agree with Joel and go with Eddie because I feel like the whole build up of like, oh, you're beating this young guy who's like twice your size, and if you watch any of his matches before then, he could throw someone like Eddie's size around the ring with one hand. Like he was that type of beast. He's nicknamed the Beast for a reason. So I know Goldberg came out and all, but like no one thought Eddie was gonna beat Brock. You know, maybe that promo that heartfelt promo we had beforehand was like, all right, this that says it all. Maybe that wanted people to like be behind Eddie, but yeah, well, you got this, Eddie. So the underdog story was booked very well, and to actually see it happen, it's like, oh shoot, they gave it to him. They actually did it. He actually won. Like you said, Joel, with the Mankind, I wasn't watching around that time either, but Joel, like you said, he already pinned The Rock beforehand, like in a different match.
Yeah, he had him like beat with
like
the
not like legit, like
call.
Yeah.
And then Vince wouldn't ring the bell. So like he had him beat. He had him beat already, but not technically. So it was kind of like he could do it. He could beat the champ.
Exactly.
We never seen Eddie go against a guy that size. We have like Big Show and stuff, but was he very successful? You know what I mean? It was a 50-50. It was like, okay, if he could outsmart him.
Yeah. Right. So I feel like Eddie's meant more, even if Mankind he technically beat him beforehand, so he already had a win under his belt. Eddie, technically he had a win.
Same way Eddie won cleanly, like
exactly,
exactly. So
it was a clean pin, but not a clean win.
Exactly. But it was still a win, though. No one thought it was. I guess no one thought Eddie was going to beat someone like Brock. It was like David versus Goliath type of thing.
Yeah,
it was like that. That's the story you want to go with if you want to compare it to that. So I think it meant more. It was more surprising in that way. Shout out to Mankind though. Again, like it's both of those matches were.
Mankind's changed everything.
He was the first underdog. He was the first underdog.
Exactly.
I just wish I had more appreciation for it.
It is very appreciated.
Fair.
Yeah,
it's fair. It was just a hard one. If it was against any other matchup, I probably would have chosen Mankind, but Eddie's was like
that was a really good one. That was a really good one.
Yeah. Mine was definitely biased because I watched it live. Like if I saw Mankind live, I could probably put up a better fight for both of them. But that moment was like, no way, what? And then the place going crazy.
I wish I was there live for that because that's like one of the moments I want to go back in time. And be
there's certain moments that like you want to be there. Like Dolph Ziggler cashing in. I always wish I was at that Raw. That was like. That's like one of a lot of these.
A lot of people. A lot of these people on this list, I would have been like, who would have who else wanted to be with the Great Khali won the world title, right? Like who else wanted to be there? Like Jinder Mahal, awesome.
Of course,
like,
come on, that's the dream list. Come
he held it so well above his head. I was like,
like a turn back time.
Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle with the cruise. David Arquette, man, that was great.
That was in the building.
Shout out to everyone though. A lot of these were great surprises though. But it's
definitely. Whether it was good or bad, it caught people and got people talking.
And exactly. So it was like it got us talking about it now. So I mean, it's like I can't. There's a lot of these were surprising, man. I look back and be like, wow, that happened. Whether it's good or bad. You would think like if you were to tell someone who hasn't watched wrestling in years, like so and so won the world title in this year. I'm like, really? Like that he won it? But all these were surprises. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. But next matchup on the bracket is we have Kofi Kingston winning in 2019 Kofi Mania versus Chris Jericho defeating The Rock for the WCW Championship. Joel, I'm going to start with you with this one. Which one was your personal favorite and why? Or it surprised you the most and why?
The one that surprised me the most, I have to go with the Jericho one. I did not see that coming at all. I love the Kofi moment. I love the build to it. Like that is one of my favorite builds in the last probably like 10 years for like a Mania title match.
Yeah.
Like it was really good. it's up there. Like they did everything just lined up perfectly. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a great surprise. But Jericho winning the title from The Rock was not on my bingo card. I did not see that one happening. I know they teased Jericho with the title like a few times, like putting him in big title matches. But again, he was just in big title matches. You know what I mean? Like he's the same way I look at like LA Knight in the title picture. Like, okay, he's there. He's gonna give you a good match, good promos. They're not gonna give it to him. So when he beat The Rock, that moment was like, whoa! Like it was kind of like them shifting out of the attitude era into the new era. Like we didn't think like at that moment we didn't think of it, but like that's what was happening.
Was this the same year or where he beat The Rock and Stone Cold for the unified belts too?
I'm guessing that's the one that you're talking about, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because he won. He beat them both in one night.
Oh
Then-
yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No one thought he was like that was gonna happen because
For some reason, I thought it was a triple threat. I was like, why did I think it was a triple threat? Oh, no.
Yeah, because I forgot what it was. I think like it was like a tournament kind of.
Yeah,
because
he beat Stone Cold and then
Yeah,
winner
'cause
faces
he-
The Rock.
Exactly. No, because Austin defended the belt too against Angle that night. And then Jericho pinned him in the main event. So I think he beat Rock and then Austin, which then again tells you the status of Rock and Hogan. He beat Austin last because it was like, whoa, the world title too. Like, and then not thinking of it, that was our turning into the ruthless aggression of getting away from Austin and Rock.
Rock, yeah.
Yeah, what a moment. Yeah, I gotta go with Jericho. Both in the same night.
That's crazy. That's even wild to think about. I'm gonna go with Kofi and Kofi Mania because
Love it.
I want to put Ash in the hot seat. That's
Yeah.
I want to put her in the spotlight and just give it that. But no, because Kofi Kingston, I loved that moment. It was just obviously well deserved because that was he's been in the company for what, like 12 years at that point, and
Yeah, about.
I think there were times where like I remember reading times that he was supposed to be close to the winning it, and then they cut his push off, and then they put him with the New Day, and then he was a tag team wrestler. So there were many moments where he should have won it. I think I was more surprised. I had a feeling he was going to win that match at Mania, but I was more surprised that he got that moment when he did. Because if you remember, there was Mustafa Ali that was supposed to be in that match, and I think he was supposed to get the push.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's like definitely like a what if moment. Like what if like that never happened? You know, would Kofi Mania still be a thing? So that's what kind of caught me off guard at that time when I was watching. I'm like, oh shit, they're giving Kofi a run, a proper run now instead of like doing something else. Because I think he was supposed to be just like a placement holder. You know, maybe they had different plans for that match. Maybe they were going to go with somebody else, but the fact that the fans were behind him and they forced him to switch up on creative and be like, yeah, you know, we're going to go with Kofi. That moment switching up and that was a great way to give him a title. I don't think they could have done it any other way. And again, it was during Mania season. It wasn't like he won the Rumble. It wasn't like he, won the Rumble contendership. It was just he almost won the Elimination Chamber, and then people were behind him, and he got the opportunity that way. So yeah, that whole thing was just like, oh my god, it's happening. And the more they kept on pushing it, the more the storyline went on. It was just wow. I couldn't even believe that I was actually seeing that push. So I guess that was more surprising in my eyes than Jericho's, I guess. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Kofi on that one. Ash, which one are you choosing? Which one are you splitting the tiebreaker between?
Splitting the tiebreaker. So I'm actually a little biased on this one because I would say I've always kind of had some type of being around wrestling because my cousins were always really, really into it. But WrestleMania 35 was really one of the first Mania builds I was on the road for, like that I was actually watching consecutively. Following along. And I feel like there are certain wrestlers that everybody knows, and Kofi Kingston was one of them. So watching him get that chance and just taking it and running with it, I thought was really, really dope to see. I was surprised personally because even though it was kind of like it's to the point where the momentum is if I don't know what's gonna happen if he loses.
Yeah.
the building might riot if he loses.
Yeah.
He
If
kind
you're all
of
gonna go to
had
New
to
Jersey.
win. Exactly. Like he kind of had to win.
Yeah.
But I think more in the fact that he was even finally in that situation that like he earned that spot so organically and the crowd was so behind him, I think is what made it the better surprise for me.
Okay, that's a good pick.
No,
That's a
yeah,
good
it
pick.
was fire. That should have closed the show, to be
And
honest.
you were
I
there
know
for
we
that.
Yeah.
I know we got the women's main event and that was awesome. Good for them, but Kofi should have closed the Mania. Like that match meant way more. Like you said, the build to it and everything, like that match meant so much. And I hated that was like kind of in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Like how was this match live, Joel? Because you were there.
Oh, awesome. This is probably the last match everybody had energy for. That's why I say it was the real main event, because after this, oh man, was it tough to get through.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, they go on about
7 hours.
about the time a main event should be going on. And then there's a whole second half to show after them. So pretty tough.
Day.
But the match was fire. Like
it was.
The place was on fire for it. When the 1, 2, 3 hit, oh man, everybody went crazy.
The New Day, his family, it was like, oh god, this is
it was fire.
perfect.
That's what I'm saying. Like that moment should have ended Mania. Like that was
so good.
the perfect ending.
Yeah,
that really was fire.
Yeah, that was one of the best feel good moments you had in a while.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of WrestleMania 30 when Bryan won with the confetti falling. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of the
story,
same
the
vibe.
parallel also for him, where he kind of became who he hated. It was really good. Like it was really well done.
I love those moments. There've been a lot of them recently, and it was like, thank God we're getting a lot of these like feel good moments. And it's like, we don't really see confetti used in wrestling unless it's like a very actually good moment. I feel like confetti means a lot. It's very little to think about, but it means a lot if you look back on some of those matches. It's like, oh shit, confetti fell. But yeah. So shout out Kofi, man. We don't talk about how he lost it. We don't talk about how he lost it.
No, we don't gotta talk about that. We don't
that's
neither here nor there.
He's still the champion to this day. I don't know who he lost to.
It's in the history books, so
yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, maybe we can move on from that. We can move on. Yeah. Shout out Kofi. That was a great match, great moment, definitely a great surprise. Next matchup we have Hornswoggle winning the Cruiserweight Championship in 2006, and then Darby Allin winning the AEW World Championship this year. I'll get this one off. I'm gonna go with Darby Allin because, like, I remember. I mean, it's not that long ago. It was like 2 months ago. Darby winning on a Dynamite may have been like, oh my god, they actually did it. AEW doesn't really have title changes on a Dynamite, especially the world title. They've all been via pay-per-view. So the fact that they have the story of like, oh yeah, MJF, by the way, I don't know if you heard, Darby's facing you tonight, and MJF not knowing about it. And then that promo of Darby just saying that passionate promo, you could tell like how he was saying it, that he was getting choked up, like knowing he's gonna win that night. But it was like the fact that the match happened in like a minute. You know, he didn't really do much to win it. He just did a couple of coffin drops in each corner, and then there you go, match over.
He hit the hits
in the middle. Yeah, exactly.
The classics.
Exactly. And he didn't have to do much to defeat it. I was like, oh god, that's how he's winning it. It was like that quickly. Not saying it in a bad way. I love Darby. You know, but it was like, oh, I thought I was gonna get like a full length match for this. It wasn't really, you know, it was more of how he did it what surprised me the most, because Darby was gonna, like, same thing I said with Sammy before. Darby was gonna be world champion regardless. It was just like how it happened. It was like, oh shit, they're gonna go that way. Okay, I'm excited. I want to see what goes on from here. So that's why I feel like Hornswoggle winning the Cruiserweight, it was like, all right, it was unexpected. No one thought Hornswoggle was going to win a championship ever. Being a leprechaun Finley's son, you know, no one thought that was going to happen, but it happened. But it was cool. But Darby was like, oh shit, you know, he beat MJF like during his title reign. People, you know, no one thought that was going to happen. at that time too. So it was mostly how it was done and when it happened that surprised me the most.
Yeah.
So yeah. Ash, do you agree you're gonna go with Hornswoggle? Why or why not?
I'm gonna have to agree purely off the Twitter reaction of how MJF lost the belt. People were livid online. Like people were livid.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people were divisive because they were happy for Darby, but they weren't sure if it deserved like a bigger moment. But I honestly liked it because of the fact of what you said, Nick, of basically they don't do title changes on an episode of Dynamite. And because it was Darby, I feel like it fits him. Like I feel like it made sense for Darby to take the belt in that way. And I think Darby had one of the best shorter title reigns on this bracket. Like I think the 2 months, around like 2 months he had the belt, he completely made the best of it and had some of the best matches of his career. So I'm gonna have to go with Darby for sure.
Yeah. Joel, you gonna go with the clean sweep or you can go the Hornswoggle?
Yeah, I'm going Darby strictly because Hornswoggle winning that belt killed the cruiserweight division. But that's a whole nother conversation to talk about. I hated that moment so much. But the Darby, like I agree with both of you guys. Like it was a great title run. It was a great moment. I also like that like they rewarded their weekly watchers. Because if you were watching from week to week, you kind of saw this coming. Like a lot of people were surprised when Darby kind of won the title, but also were surprised when he got a title shot. But it was kind of like if you've been watching throughout the weeks, he's been getting big wins. So like this kind of makes sense. And then again, like Nick said, it was kind of the whole Sammy thing. When is this gonna happen? Because I thought this was gonna happen a while ago. When it didn't happen after when Hangman beat Mox, I said, "Oh, this might never happen." Or they're gonna have to find another time to make this happen, because he doesn't fit in the story anymore. So then, for them to have him do it again against MJF, the way that he won it on a Dynamite, kind of like, oh, if you know, if you've been watching, you've kind of been geared up for this. So I actually like that a lot. But yeah, it's definitely Darby.
Yeah, 100%. It was one of those things where it's like he deserved it. You know, it wasn't about like whether or not he's going to be champion. It was like when, and this was like the perfect time to do that, because it was the middle of MJF's story. He won it back a month later, and it was like all right, you deserved it. You don't have to hold it for that long. Just say that you've won it. Take it. Say that you've won it, and just say that you've won the world championship. You don't have to hold it again. You know, just here.
Yeah. But it tricked everybody because everybody seeing it was on Dynamite was like, oh, this isn't gonna happen. This is just another title defense for MJF.
Yeah.
Until things went down.
Just another night. Yeah.
Until things went down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we were all there for that when MJF won it back in Double Nothing. So
yeah,
we were all there for that one. Yeah.
what a show.
It was such a good, like, he had such a good story for his title reign. Yeah. Hope he wins it again, but
yeah, that was the most Darby Allin way of winning it, is by that.
Yeah.
Now that I look back on it, it's like that's the perfect way to have a Darby Allin title reign.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a good moment.
And he got like 8 defenses out of it. If you think about it, like he was defending it every week.
And look who he beat.
Yeah.
It wasn't
just random matches. Yeah, it wasn't just
random
guys.
No.
He was holding it down.
He was putting on bangers. Dynamite and Collision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out Darby. I hope he wins it again because I want to see that.
What a guy. Yeah, definitely.
Next matchup we do have. This is the matchup of the century right here. We have David Arquette winning the WCW Championship, and then the Great Khali winning the World Heavyweight Championship. The classic, 2 classic photos. If you go back and look at this photo, the Great Khali holding it upside down. Oh my God, who wants to get this one off and get their opinion?
I can start it. I feel like I'm gonna go with the choice purely because I love mess. And I'm going to go with David Arquette because because I feel like when David Arquette won, it was like a true signifier of what the company had become at that point. It was like a true benchmark of this is reached. It's getting to a point, and it's gotten to that point.
Yeah.
Pinning Eric
100%.
Bischoff. I mean, in retrospect, David Arquette is a cool guy. He's a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And I think he's still trying to start his own promotion or something along those lines.
I think he's still trying to wrestle. I think
gotta
it's
hang
one
that
or the
dream
other.
up.
Yeah. I seen him recently. I don't know how far it was, but it was definitely recent. But I don't know. It was
He's doing it for the love of the game, man. He's doing it for the love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the passion.
Yeah. I love that reaction.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy that they had that at that time. They were so willing to, just so soulless that they had somebody who was coming in to promote a movie when your biggest belt.
It's like if Bad Bunny won at WrestleMania against who was the champion, Bobby Lashley. It's like, oh yeah, he's promoting his tour. Like, put the title Bad Bunny. But like, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm also gonna go with David Arquette. It's wild. I mean, it's wild for Great Khali win the world title in the Battle Royal out of all matches.
All matches,
yeah,
that's probably the funniest part.
Yeah, that's the funniest. But then him holding it afterwards too was like, this is like I knew it was going downhill from there. But like David Arquette was not even a wrestler. Like Great Khali, you can say he's a contracted star that won the belt. David Arquette was just like, yeah, he's a celebrity that's in the scary movies and here, or the what's the movie called, Scream. But yeah, it was just weird. And just you kind of like, if you tell someone now that David Arquette is a world champion, it would be like, no, I don't believe you.
Way. Yeah.
You show him a picture like, it was back in the 90s, like he won it.
It was actually a thing. Like, it was actually a thing. That's crazy to me. Just to promote Ready to Rumble.
Yeah. So it's wild. It is wild. Well, are you gonna go with David Arquette? You're gonna go
1000% is David Arquette, because at least the Great Khali is like, when I saw him as a kid, was like, this guy's gonna take the belt off the tape. Like, it was one of those things that I was like, whoever's champion at the time, he's taking the belt off of them. Like, there's a matter of time he's gonna be world champ.
Yeah,
just the way that he did it was surprising. David Arquette, though, like I said, it showed where the company was at that time. And they went with David Arquette. They wanted to make some noise. They were like, hey, we got the guy from Scream. He's going to be in Ready to Rumble, our wrestling movie. So we're going to put the wrestling belt on him. And now that I think about it, they didn't even use it to their advantage. Like, they could have had him on talk shows with that. But like, they didn't like, if you're going to make a move like that, this guy better be on all the Tonight shows. Or like Good Morning America, you know what I mean? Like, his wife from Friends, the biggest TV show on earth, better be on TV with him. You know what I mean? Like, you make the most out of the situation. And they just gave him the belt and was like,
we're sellouts.
Yeah, like, cool.
We're sellouts. Go.
That's what we decided to do today.
That's
the move we decided to make.
We're messed up.
We're
messed up.
I still can't believe he's in that record book. Like, we talking about Kofi, we're like, it's in the record book. This is in the record book. And that's on the same list as Flair's, the Steamboats, the Dusties, like, and the Arquette.
David Arquette.
What of the Arquette lineage?
The names that held this title, and you gotta make sure you end with Arquette, man. Are you kidding me?
And guess who he's gonna pin? Eric Bischoff.
You can't take them serious, man. You couldn't take them serious at that time.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Both of these ones were hilarious, but it was.
Are y'all excited for the I think their Dark Side of the Ring is doing like a TNA.
Oh, I saw the Jeff Jarrett one. Yeah, because Jeff Jarrett.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that to.
Is
drop.
It out yet?
I think is this weekend, if I'm mistaken.
I'm definitely gonna binge that.
Yeah, I know he did like a premiere not too, like yesterday or sometime this past weekend.
Yeah, It was this
But,
week they did a
yeah.
premiere for it.
Let me try to
Okay,
see.
so yeah, it's gotta come out either this week or next week. I can't wait for
Yeah.
I
that
can't
though.
wait. I can't wait.
Oh, we gotta talk about that soon.
That's a story that I'm definitely ready to sit down and listen to.
Yeah,
Mhm.
me too.
How
Me
did
too.
you kill something that I love so much?
Yeah.
Let me hear it. Let me
I
hear
feel
it.
like
Let's
you
get
can make a
down to
Dark Side
it.
of the Ring with TNA today. Like I want to see where it went wrong when they brought it back. It was like, what
I don't even want to
Yeah.
see that deep. I don't want to go that
Yeah.
deep in the trenches.
Yeah.
Come on, Luke.
Let's
Once
interview
Jared
Carlos
leaves,
Silva.
that's all that I need.
Yeah.
I don't need to know
Yeah.
any of the dark stuff that was happening over there
Yeah.
with Dixie and
Yeah.
them. I'm cool.
Oh God.
I mean, it's looking like they're probably gonna get sold for parts soon. So
Yeah, I mean, they're looking for a crazy number, so I don't know what they thinking. They said inflation, homie.
that guy, I don't know. I forget what his name is. The guy who's always in the TNA hat.
Russell
known.
Silva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's known for selling his companies. So
And he's known for not changing his hat.
Yo,
So it's like
he got his custom TNA.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm never taking this off. This is on my head permanently.
yo, he's something else, man. Damn, so he's known for selling his companies. That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. Homie he'll just sit in the corner on the chair and just be like, yeah, take my company, homie. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Shout out shout out Silva, man. Keep doing whatever you doing.
Yeah.
We see you.
We see you, man. Yeah.
You want AMC?
Yeah, you want AMC?
Yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that positive.
I'll catch you on social media. That's how much. Yeah, that's how I watch TNA.
I don't even know. To be honest, as much as I was a TNA person, that's not happening. I see, and I'll see it on the guide too, and I'll keep scrolling. It's sad. It's sad. I used to love TNA. I used to love TNA, and after they put on that first episode, I said, I can't do this. This isn't it.
Everyone's opting out of their contracts too.
My God. Eric Young re-signed and he still left. And I'm like, how do you resign and you leave? I'm like, what's that story? I want to interview
Writings
him.
on the wall.
Yeah.
Writings on the wall.
Even Mike Santana, Mr. The Locker Room. Why are you missing shows to do indie shows? Because they're paying you more. Mr. Company Man is leaving. What are we gonna do now?
Yeah. WWE licking their chops at Santana. They about to take.
Like, well, maybe they're offering more money. I'll take that. Thank you.
Put him right
there. They've been waiting. That's like Joe Hendry right there. They've been waiting. Mm-hmm. Hopefully he don't get treated like Joe Hendry. But
Jordan Grace too. They're waiting for her contract to be up. So yep, we're gonna take this one.
But to Santana's credits, Santana has a character. Like no shade to Jordan and like no shade to Well, Joe Hendry has a character, but I feel like Joe Hendry has a ceiling. Like I feel like Santana could be a mid-card god. He could be a mid-card god.
Oh, yeah.
And if he gets the crowd behind him, he could also elevate to somewhere else. Yeah.
We'll see. I think if they bring him in as straight main roster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Doesn't need NXT. Doesn't need NXT at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't need NXT.
Yeah.
If anything, maybe just to have the accolade that he was NXT. He might actually benefit from going down to NXT because the men kind of need some type of leader after Ethan over everybody left.
That's why they did it with Joe Hendry. It was like, oh, he's the NXT title. You hold it for like a month to just say you've won it, and then go to the roster.
It didn't have the same impact.
Yeah.
Keep Santana out of that wasteland. I'm cool with him going straight to the main roster. Exactly. I don't need him getting lost nowhere on the way there.
The thing is, like, Santana will look, because when you look at it, it's Tony D'Angelo. All of these kind of like dudes are still kind of finding their footing. Santana has a full character. He can kind of be like Ethan Page when that first round when Carmelo, Ilya, everybody left.
Yeah.
And Ethan kind of ran things for a bit. Like Santana could kind of take that role and do that because they kind of need somebody like that.
Very true. Let's see if homie could do it though.
Let's see though.
See what's up.
Yeah.
But he definitely does have a chance, like you said, to be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be there for a while. They just gotta be like maybe 6 months max. That's it.
Yeah.
You're good. You know.
Just don't pair him with Rusev once he gets called up.
Oh yeah.
Why would they do that to Ethan Page? He had great momentum, and then they paired him with Rusev.
Oh god, you just got Joel.
There's a lot of things in Rusev's contract that are questionable. Like he always gotta be in multi-man title matches.
Mm-hmm.
He he has to deal with everybody that comes in from NXT. Think about it. He did with Oba too. He has to face everybody that's coming in to whatever roster he's on.
It's like, mind you, who are you?
Yeah,
you're not doing anything. Like,
Yeah.
Rusev, what a guy. I don't know how he got that contract, but shout out to him, man.
Shout out to him.
He's staying relevant. Shout out to him.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But yeah, last matchup in the first round, we got Kurt Angle winning his WWE Championship World title in 2006. Gone because Jinder Mahal's WWE title in 2017. Joel, I'm going to start with you this one. Which one was surprising to you the most and why?
This was Jinder Mahal all the way. Kurt Angle, cool, like, but also like 06, he was kind of like an unreliable guy. You know what I mean? Like, people got hurt. Who else would you put in the title picture? Like, he was one of those guys that they would lean on, especially on SmackDown. Jinder, like, no one saw that coming. I didn't think that was happening. It was like, yeah, he's in the title picture, but like, why would they? And that was the time that I was really like ignorant and was like, this doesn't make sense money wise. Why would they do this? I was going through all the analytics. I was like, this makes no sense. And then they pulled the trigger. And then I forgot about the WWE network in India. And I was like, oh, it makes perfect sense. But for them to pull that trigger was very surprising. And shout out to them. They ran with it for a little bit. Because, whoa, I believe he was one of the times that went viral, canceled WWE network, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
I believe it was his title when there was a couple moments that canceled WWE network went viral. I believe this was one of the times because people were not with it at all. Low key, I loved it though. I loved it because I'm a big fan of change and trying new things. It don't work. You change it. You try it for 2 months, you change it. This was a good experiment. They tried it out. He became a fire heel, like ass matches, but like his character work was amazing.
The match is different.
Yeah, matches. Let's not talk about that. But like just the moment of it happening and him like winning and like trying to process that, like, no way, Jinder is our world champion. Ugh. Shout Jinder, man. Loved it. But yeah, I gotta go with the Jinder.
No, Jinder, man. Ash, do you agree with him? Or are you gonna go with Kurt Angle in 2006?
I agree. Because also as well, who he beat. Like he literally defeated Randy Orton at that time, and that's crazy. Like, when you really think about it, that's really wild. But I feel like Jinder Mahal's a likable guy, so I wasn't necessarily mad or anything that he won, or some people, because I know once the bell ring, that's a different story. Like he could have aura, he could aura farm and look good holding a belt and all these different things. But once the bell rings, that's a very different story.
Oh God.
But I can only imagine what the online reception at that time was when he had won.
It was.
I can only imagine.
It was tough.
He did look like $1 million though. He did with the belt. Like he looked like a champion. He looked like a champion. But the internet did not go quietly with that one.
Yeah. It was more like people were pissed off more than surprised. Like, why would they do this?
Yeah.
And then they gave him, like, I remember they gave him a little faction. Yo, people hated
the Singh brothers, and then the Greek Khali showed up.
Remember when the Great Khali came back? Yeah. Oh man, to help him beat Randy.
The Punjabi prison match.
Oh my God, they would just throw shit at the wall and see what's stuck. It was like,
they didn't do anything after. We didn't see Greek Khali for like never until like after that. It was like
his music hit. He showed up. Jinder won. We never heard or saw him again.
Crickets. Like, it was like, what is happening right now?
They booked him on one night contract, man. What do you
want
them to do about it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was like,
that is too funny.
Don't hinder the Jinder. Come on.
That's what I was saying. Like, don't hinder the Jinder. Come on.
Don't hinder Jinder. I was trying to. It was something wrong with his name, but I forgot what it was. Yeah, you reminded me of that.
Oh, hinder Jinder. Come on.
Too funny.
That became a meme during his title run too. Don't hinder Jinder.
Yo, he made people talk.
Yeah,
He made
did.
people talk.
Yeah, and that's why I'm gonna go with Jinder too. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like it wasn't the best title reign that I've watched, but it was okay because again, like you guys said, the title made him look like $1 million, or he made the title look like $1 million. I think I was also surprised that they didn't do anything with him after that win. You know, it
Yeah.
was like you would have thought that he would have like maintained in the title picture for at least a bit to be like, all right, he's somewhat still relevant. He's somewhat still in this picture. Like, he didn't have to win it again, but he was somewhat relevant in it. But they just, I think the next year's WrestleMania, he was in the U.S. title picture. That's it. Like, you could have
Yeah.
just kept him around a little bit longer to make him like, all right, he had a great 2-year span of like he's been a top guy. But that was a surprising moment. Like, I didn't think he was good. I was surprised he won the number one contender match.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I was surprised he got there. I don't know how. It was like, whoa, out of all people, I think he had a match like Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Owens, Sammy, and then like he
Yeah.
won. Like, huh? That was mad wild. I was like, I didn't even.
SmackDown, the land of opportunity, man. It was
Yeah,
the
that is
land of
true.
opportunity.
Yeah. So that everything was just like, what the fuck? And then I remember watching it. I'm like, I thought that was a mistake. I thought that like he
Yeah.
accidentally won. But then I was like, there's no way they're keeping it. Then I found out about the WWE Network in India. I'm like, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is
that's why.
perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
wow, it caught everybody by surprise because it was like,
Yeah.
no way.
There's
They're
no
really experimenting on SmackDown. Like, that's
Yeah.
what made you say, like, whoa.
Exactly. They're really doing everything to make everyone
Like,
get a
oh,
chance.
y'all really tried to get views.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, that's how we're doing it. But yeah, shout out to Ginger though, because that was holy shit. Even
I
think
forgot
it
about
now,
that
like,
title reign. That was not gonna lie, that was a fun time because he was such a fun heel.
he was.
And it also brought out like the worst of people on Twitter. And yeah, there was a lot of
Yeah.
questionable comments made on Twitter by a lot of people because of his title win.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean,
But then he was letting loose though. He was commenting back. Shout out Jinder.
Yeah, that's how you make a great heel.
That's
You
a
comment
world
back.
champ.
Yeah.
That's my world champ, baby.
Don't
Yeah,
hinder the
yeah,
gender.
Don't hinder the gender,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, exactly. There we go. There we go. That's gonna be a new tagline. Hinder Ginger Prime. Don't hinder. That's funny. That's funny. But next round we have Sami Zayn versus Santino Marella. Ash, I want to start with you in this one. Which one of these two was more surprising in your opinion, and why?
I'm sticking with Sammy. It might be recency bias, but we knew Sammy's time was coming. Like we spoke about it before in the first round. We knew Sammy's time was coming, but not that night.
Yeah.
Like I really didn't see. If anything, I thought Cody would have been holding the belt hostage still, and we wouldn't have seen any new person win. And if anybody did win, I definitely thought it would have been Gunther. Like I 100% thought it would have been him.
That's
so, and to pin Cody, that was like another thing that
on a roller.
That was another thing that surprised me. So I was like,
wild work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wild work.
Okay.
Joel, do you agree with her, or are you gonna go with Santino?
Nah, I gotta go with Santino. First of all, because it was such a crazy moment. I remember watching it live. I was like, there's no way. What? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
What's going on? That's the first reason. Second reason, I just want to put you in the hot seat. But yeah, I'm going with Santino.
I do that. Okay.
Who you got, Nick? Is it Sammy or Santino?
Stanny. We combine the names. I'm gonna go with Santino. I'm gonna go with Santino because I feel like it's different watching wrestling when you're younger compared to now. Because now you're like nitpicking everything. It's like, oh, Sammy won because his roll up X, Y, and Z. I hate Cody. Blah blah blah. You can say as much as you want. Now when you're a kid watching wrestling, you're not really thinking much. Like, oh, cool, that's awesome. And you don't know like the behind the scenes stuff. You didn't know Santino was a worker already for them that just got picked randomly. They were going to pick him, so it was like, all right, that. But as a kid, you didn't know that. And it was like, oh shoot, a fan won a championship. I just like randomly. He looked like a random old fan. He didn't even look like a wrestler, if you're asking me.
Oh, he did not. He did not.
So it blended in very well. Like, oh, this random fan has won a title match in the first night. And it must have given a lot of people hope. I want to meet someone that said, yeah, that night made me want to be a wrestler because I want to get called into the audience. But like that was just crazy. Like to be able to think of at that time when it happened, mean, that sounds crazy now because we find out that like he was employed, but like it was just crazy. Like a fan just walked in. They try to replicate that many times. I think Rosa Mendez was a crowd.
Oh yeah.
And Emma was a crowd the same way with Santino, and it was like they're trying to replicate the whole fan thing. But like that one was like a one-of-one experience, and like Santino was just like, "Hey, you, that guy, like, come in here and like see if you could, if you could, me is like, yeah." I thought he was Italian the entire time. He's not. He's Canadian and Russian, but he played it so well,
which is even funnier.
Yeah, I think that's even more surprising than him winning. It's like, what? He's not Italian? Like what?
To find out.
Yeah, it's like the more
I love how everyone was saying in Clash in Italy. It was like Santino's got to show up. Santino's
yeah, exactly. It was like finding out
an Italian hero, even though he's not Italian.
Exactly.
It's like Ludwig.
He was there. He was in the crowd.
Italy just claims him.
He was in the crowd. They showed him in the crowd. But,
yeah, I remember.
But like it was like finding out like Yokozuna's not Japanese. He's Samoan. It's like
that messed me up for a little bit. I was like, what?
Like how Undertaker and Kane aren't brothers? What? Like
what?
My heart's broken for this. Like what do you mean? Like what? They're lying to me? What? But it's like it's crazy to know like all these secrets later on. But as a kid, you don't realize that. Like of course. But it was funner at that time for me to be able to find out that Santino, like a fan, got called up and be like, yeah, you're gonna compete against Umaga. I would have been scared if I were chosen. Let me tell you, because Umaga's not a.
I would have passed on that real quick.
I would have been like, nah, he called him out. My friend over here.
I'd have been the row behind.
Well, like, you pointing over there, right? You pointing over there.
Yeah, he called out.
That's all you, brother.
Yeah, you got him. You got him.
You got this. You got this.
Yeah, you got. He said some shit before. I don't know if you want to hear it, but
I'm your manager.
Yeah, I'm the manager. Go. Yeah,
I'll come down to the ring.
Is someone else?
I don't know.
Yeah. But shout out to Santino. That was a cool moment. They made that worth it to watch and go back. But yeah, that was fun. Next matchup we have Paige versus Eddie Guerrero. These two, Joel, you want to get this one off? Which one?
I'll start it off. Eddie's my guy, but that Paige moment's crazy. Coming up, getting the call up, winning the title your first night, insane. And then the snowball effect of what it created and that I also take into effect. So because of that, I gotta go with Paige. The Eddie moment is a great moment. One of my favorite moments growing up. I remember, like I said, I remember watching it live. But that Paige moment was something I didn't think was gonna happen. Eddie was like, maybe, you know what I mean? There was hope. You didn't think Paige was gonna come out. Like that was like, whoa, what? Oh, and she's gonna go for she won it. Like it was one of those things that was just like you had to process. Yeah, I gotta go with Paige.
Okay, Ash, you gonna agree with him? Or you gonna go with Eddie Guerrero?
I'm gonna agree, just because for it to be like a double of the surprise return, being NXT champion, getting that call up and winning, like crazy. Like I said before, that's not something that I don't think has ever really been replicated. I think they should. I think they should. I feel like Oba could have done something like that, but
yeah,
Oba
really could have went the Kevin Owens route with showing up with the belt, but going after the world champion instead of like Cena, that was the US. Like he could have went after the world.
So he could have challenged Cody right after. He could have challenged Cody.
That would have been dope.
That would have been dope.
That would have. But yeah, good reasons. I want to give my point to Eddie just because I don't want him to get swept. Yeah. It's just Paige was awesome with how they did it, especially if you were someone that wasn't really on social media and it was like, Paige is just getting called up and she won the first night, and that what led afterwards. Eddie was just again, I think that's in my opinion, the greatest David vs. Goliath story that WWE has put on. There have been moments where like people were thinking like, oh yeah, so and so won't beat so and so. We can say that a lot with Roman in his title reign that recently, but it wasn't really like big guy versus little guy. It was just someone that we know Roman's not going to lose to. This was more of like Eddie, great story, great underdog story, but like it's Brock Lesnar, a prime Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what I mean? Like it was just tough to see Eddie win, but he did. It was like, oh shit, yeah, had a little help, but he did it. And I was like, oh, it was a good moment. It was a feel good moment. So
Yeah, that was
yeah,
a great moment.
I just feel like that was yeah, it was definitely like a great surprise moment for me to witness. I mean, even though I wasn't a fan, but it was like we had to look back and I'm like, damn, there was a cool moment. Yeah. So Paige and Santino in the semifinals. Who would have thought? Not me.
Who would have
Who would have
thought?
thought? Not me.
Not me.
Yeah, nah, that were my picks. But yeah, next matchup we have Kofi Kingston, Kofi Mania moment versus Darby Allin's recent world title win. I'll get this one off,
Kick
and
it off.
I'm gonna go with Darby. I'm gonna go with Darby here. I love Kofi. I love Kofi Mania. I love that moment. That would forever be one of my favorite moments I've seen watching wrestling. But Darby Allin was like more in terms of the surprise aspect. There were a lot more surprises that happened that night than Kofi's. Again, it was just not knowing that match was going to happen directly after Dynasty, not knowing that Darby was going to win it in a couple short minutes, not knowing that he was going to lose it that month later, not knowing that he was going to have 8 great title reigns. There were so many unknowns when he won it leading into that night. It was like not like he wasn't going to win the championship, but I didn't think he was going to win it then and how he did. It was like, whoa, it was taken back. I was taken back. I remember seeing that. And I'm like, no way they're going to give it to Darby. Again, it's not like he wasn't world title material. It was just MJF lost like this. Someone who is the pillar of your company, the 3-time world champion. That's how you're going to make him lose. At least give me a full match that I want to see. But it lets something cool afterwards. So it was like the whole title reign after that was more of a surprise to me than, I mean, obviously with the match itself. So everything about that was just so surprising to me. Kofi Mania was just a feel good moment. You were so happy for him. You know, you couldn't help but just be happy for someone guy that deserved it. And, you know, it was more happy than surprising for me, the way I look at it between these two specifically. So that's why I'm choosing Darby. Ash, who do you have? Darby Allin or Kofi Kingston? Why and why?
Damn. This one is hard.
This is
a tough one.
Yeah.
Damn. This, because you're right. The better surprise is Darby. And I feel like the better reign and payoff is Darby overall, like in terms of his story as a champion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go Darby. Damn it! Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wanted to say Kofi, but yeah, it's just the better. It was shocking. It was genuinely shocking because I wasn't even watching Dynamite that night, and I was like, damn. I gotta get home. Like, I gotta get home, so I gotta what the hell just happened. So, especially the way he won it, who he won it against.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Darby.
Okay. Joel, are you gonna sweep this one or are you gonna go with Kofi?
Oh no, it's Kofi. It's Kofi all the way. Love the Darby moment, but again, he's a pillar. He's one of those guys that was like a Sammy. It's gonna happen. Just when. Kofi, I never thought they would even like touch the subject of giving one of the New Day guys a championship. You know what I mean? So even them picking Kofi was like, whoa. And then seeing the whole build towards it. And like still not believing like it's gonna happen. Like they're playing a prank on us. Like they're gonna get us all behind this guy for him to get pinned at Mania, for us to feel better. You know what I mean? Like they want that moment, and then for him to finally get to Mania, have the match he had, beat Bryan, I think was one of the greatest payoffs in professional wrestling. And it was such a great moment, a great surprise, because like I said, as a guy that watched Kofi debut and watched his career, I would have never thought I would see Kofi Kingston in that spot. Not taking anything away from Darby, but Darby, I've always kind of felt he's a pillar. He's always been in the picture, just not win. You know what I mean? Like it's bound to happen one time or another. Kofi, I never thought would have happened. So to see it
Okay.
happen was amazing. So I'm giving it to Kofi. Darby was a great moment though.
Yeah, can't
Yeah.
complain on that one.
That
that
one
is-
was hard. That one
That
hurt
one.
me.
That was a
It
tough
could have
one.
gone.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way.
That one hurt me.
It would have. I mean, both of them were still just as good as a surprise in the other, but it was definitely a toss up there. The matchup of the century. Look, David Arquette don't hinder Jinder Mahal. I'm gonna get this one off because I feel like I know my answer. It's got to be Jinder Mahal because
It's gotta be. It's gotta
be. Because I don't remember. That was like one of like the holy shit. I still don't believe it was real. Same thing with David Arquette. You could be like, I feel like that was a fever dream, but it was like Jinder winning it out of all. At least they were trying to promote something like a movie for David Arquette, and during a time where I was like, all right, this is stupid. But Jinder was like, they were trying to push him, did well. Not saying it was a negative thing or a bad thing. It was just like, oh shit, they really gave it just Jinder Mahal one time and then just didn't do anything afterwards with it. Like they could have done like again, didn't have to make him win it again. Just keep him in the title picture, floating around, be like, this guy's actually credible to be in this position. Because now it is just like a waste. Like what? Now I get the whole promotion of the network in India, but it's like what? Now what? It's like he's, you know what I mean. So it doesn't feel like it paid off in a way. They didn't pay off at all. They tried, and they didn't fail completely, but it was just, come on, he could have put a little bit more effort into him afterwards. So that was more of a surprise, like him beating Orton and having that long feud with Orton. Got the title taken off him because they didn't want him to face Brock at Survivor Series, and it was like, all right, now what? So I felt that whole moment, but both of these were like surprisingly like, weird in different ways. So it was weird. It was weird. Joel, do you agree with, is it Jinder or is it David Arquette for you, Joel?
Listen, David Arquette was crazy. I'm guessing I'm biased because I lived through Jinder. Has to be Jinder. Like, and I think it has to be the whole title reign. I can't even give it the moment that he won it because every time he defended the belt, what, 3 times?
I think most of the time was against Orton. I think it was just him and
He
Orton.
beat Orton twice, and then he defended it against Shinsuke at SummerSlam, and I think one more paper. He defended it a couple times. That was like
he lost it against AJ right before Survivor Series. So I know that. That's how I know he lost it because remember he was supposed to beat him versus Brock, and then they didn't do that.
Yeah, but as you hear yourself, he held it till before Survivor Series.
Yeah,
there was pay-per-views we watched and said they're letting him keep it. Like it was like what the whole title reign was a surprise because it was like he's definitely gotta lose it. He won again. Oh shit! Like
yeah. Nah, he let him beat Orton twice. Oh god,
bro! Like I'm telling you, it's gotta be Jinder. Like that's crazy to me. Like again, David Arquette, they threw the belt on him. I get it. The mindset was there. Like it could bring in money, could bring in views. Again, they didn't use it to their advantage. Like if you're gonna do some BS, you got BS it all the way. Like promote as having, Jinder, like it was the whole reign was like, this guy's still champion. Like, what are we like? Yeah, we're gonna go through the whole summer with Jinder as champion. Oh man, the show of opportunity. Shout SmackDown, man.
Yeah, the land of opportunity.
Come on, shout out SmackDown.
Shout out SmackDown. God damn. Ash, are you gonna go Jinder or are you gonna go David Arquette?
I'm gonna go with Arquette simply just because of the answer to the question, how low can we go in terms of how unimportant can we make our belt feel?
Okay.
And I feel like for that, it's like, oh, you're really surprising me in terms of how much you don't care about the importance of your belt. So I'll go just off that, I'll go for Arquette.
That's a good way of looking at it. I didn't even think about it that way. How low can we go?
That was like below rock bottom, to be honest.
It's not even near rock bottom.
Because rock bottom, you
go rock bottom's like right here. Then the Dave Arquette winning is like right here. It's like
that's what I'm saying. In that, it's surprising.
Yeah,
it's like in that it's surprising.
Damn, you really changed my perspective on that. God, that's a good way to look at it. How low?
How low could you go?
That was that. Damn, I was like,
Go ahead, Nick. You want to
That got me
change it?
thinking.
If you want to change it, you can change it, Nick. I'll let you.
You know what?
You know
Let me
what? If you
change it.
want to
I'm gonna
change
change
it,
that.
you can change it. I'll let you. I'll
Yeah,
let you.
I would change that one because that was like
Ain't nothing
man, I
set
was
in
like,
stone. Ain't nothing set in stone. on this show.
yeah, this is that really damn that's a good. That was a good one. Thank you.
That's a
Thankfully
good
you
one.
went first. Yeah, good wording on that one. Damn, how low can you go? That was very low. I thought Ginger
Yeah.
was low, but then I had
Yeah.
to think about it. I was like, damn, David was low. Santina Morella versus Paige. This is the least low one between the two. Ash, I'm gonna start with you with this one. Which one did you feel like was a surprising one to you, and why?
Damn, these are both really surprising. Like now it's like getting to like the genuine just what moment was not necessarily what moment was better, but what moment maybe had more impact. So for that reason, I think I'm gonna go with Paige. Purely because she was already a champion down in NXT. She came and beat somebody who was looked at as a pillar in her division at the time. And it went on to turn the tides for the women's division. And women were beginning to be taken more seriously at that time. So for those reasons, I'm going to go with Paige.
Yeah. Joel, do you agree with her? Or are you going to go with Santino?
I want to go with Santino. Just because still watching it live, I was like, "This
no." Say the real reason why you chose Santino. Say the real. reason.
I also want to get you in the hot seat, but it's still a big moment. I've been with Santino this whole faction.
with me. Yeah.
So I'm not big just to put you in the hot seat. I'm not saying that it doesn't play card in it, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Santino.
Okay. And for that reason, I'm gonna pick Paige. No, I'm joking. I was gonna choose Paige anyways because I feel like that win had more importance of not just her career, but in WWE and that women's division afterwards. Like I said in the first round, it was the first night of the very first Raw after Mania. If that moment didn't happen, we wouldn't have seen Paige in the title scene after that, and that leading to the women's the Revolution the year later. So she kind of helped out a lot with that win. It started it. It wasn't the reason why it happened, but it started it, if you think about it. So her feud with AJ was one of the best women's storylines that I've seen. Santino winning, that was a cool moment, but it just, it didn't have anything impact afterwards. It was just him winning, a great moment. Got people thinking that he was actually a fan.
What you mean, man? We got Do-Rag Vince out of it. What do you mean? That's probably the most cultural superstar we got.
What a domino effect.
Yeah.
No Santino, no Do-Rag Vince. Come on.
Yeah, no, come on. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I mean, it was influential in different ways. But Paige meant more. It meant more for the women's division than how we see women's wrestling today. So shout out to Paige in that moment because that wouldn't have happened anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go with Paige. Shout out to Paige. Shout out to Santino too. He put up a good fight this tournament. But Darby Allin versus David Arquette. Joel, I'm going to start with you with this one because I don't want you to put me in the hot seat again. You're going to start out this morning.
It's David Arquette. It's David Arquette.
How low can you go?
Man, you know how desperate you got to be that you have a roster of guys that you pay millions of dollars and you say, no, we're going to go outside. And it's not like, listen, I love David Arquette. He's funny in his movies. You're not getting like the top of the top. You're not getting Leonardo DiCaprio winning the WCW title. You got David Arquette. Like, it shows desperate. Like Ash said, how low can you go? It's tough.
Yeah,
it was. Ash, are you gonna agree with him or are you gonna go with Darby?
Damn, this one is hard too. Gonna have to go with Arquette because again, I just can't. Having that accolade in your history is crazy. It's crazy, man. What were we thinking? It's shocking in the sense of not. It's like not funny, haha. Funny, weird. Like, why would you do that? Like, who told you to do that? Like, who told you to do that?
Not funny, huh?
It's it's not funny. I'm not
Funny
crying,
weird.
laughing over it. Yeah,
Like, oof.
I'm side eyeing you, like
yeah. It's like, huh? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why this guy? I've heard one there. Yeah,
yeah.
I guess so. I guess I'm gonna go with David Arquette too because of just why. Like, huh? Like again, if you tell a non-wrestling fan that David Arquette won a world championship in WCW, be like, nah, he did not. I don't believe you. But it's true. You had the pictures, and it's like, how long did he have it for? First off, I feel like did he have a reign with it? Did he
That's a good
defend it?
question.
'Cause now thinking
Let's
about it,
see.
or
Let's see. I got you right now.
because that'd be wild if he held it for more than Sami Zayn. That's wild.
He won it. He held the champion for 12 days. He held it for 12 days before
Damn.
dropping it to Jeff Jarrett and DDP in a triple cage match.
Damn.
At least he
Oh.
lost it at a pay-per-view.
In a triple threat match.
Damn.
I'll give him that.
Follow-up question: did he get pinned for it, or did he not lose it straight up?
Let's
'Cause if
see.
Ooh.
That
'cause
one
if he-
I do not know. Let's
if
see.
he didn't get pinned for it, then he technically never lost it. Which is also fucking wild. I'm not defending that, but like that's still weird to say. Like he never got pinned.
No, I think he turned on them. Didn't he like turn on DDP and like cost himself the belt? Hold
I don't
on,
know.
I gotta look this up now.
Now
Now I'm
even-
deep diving.
Yeah, that's low of the low. That's the lowest of the low. To be like, how are you going to
Oh,
cost yourself the title? Be like, nah, I don't want it anymore. He held it longer than Sammy. That's wild. That's crazy.
Yeah, 12.
Oh, it's saying apparently nobody was pinned in the match.
Yeah, it was
How do
a
you lose?
triple cage match. It was
Oh, so yeah, it was a cage match. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's why there's no pin. Yeah, that's a valid point.
Oh,
but,
okay.
So
Damn,
then-
Sammy,
so-
get up
Now
off
I
the
got-
floor.
Man.
Damn, Sammy. 9 days. They couldn't even give him a double digit.
Exactly. One more day longer, it would have been. It would have
That's
been wild.
so sad.
Yo,
Yeah.
Arquette,
That's so
12,
sad.
12 days.
12 days.
Yeah, so he gets to the top of the cage. He's defending his belt, and then he was gonna let DDP win it, and he hits DDP and lets Jeff Jarrett win, and that's how they get the belt off of him in the most WCW way.
Damn. That's even more reason why to vote for Arquette because like shit.
Yeah, yo,
It's even worse. Yeah, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Let's get into the finals then.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at myself for going with gender. He should have swept all of these.
Yeah, I should not change my answer.
Oh my god.
It's my fault
Oh
for
my
changing my
God.
answer. I should not have changed it. Now I'm like,
Oh,
fuck, I regret
man.
it now. I thought Ash said something cool, and I was like, it was cool, but like now I regret it for finding out.
No, you know what? You know what's crazy though? Nah, I don't even
Yeah.
regret it because right now we probably have the best surprise win and the worst
one.
surprise win.
Surprise.
But they're both
Well,
surprises.
Yeah, Joel, you kick it off. Which one was better in your opinion, or not better? What surprised you?
Which one was better?
Well, what's surprising? I would say.
Which one was more surprising? Let's do that. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna still go with Paige, because you know what? WCW was already doing fuck shit. WCW was already messing around and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Paige, for Vince to call somebody up and put the rocket on them like that, you know, the belief you gotta have in that person. And to have Vince behind you, because at that time Vince was running things, he had to approve shit. If you had him behind you, you were money. So shout out to Paige because she came up and she made a statement with that first match, and she never looked back. David Arquette, yeah, he won. It was a bad decision, but again, WCW was always making bad decisions, so it was crazy. But then at the same time, I was like, they were desperate. This does make sense in a desperation mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paige, I think, like you guys said earlier too, what came after it just helped everything. If Arquette would have won and helped save WCW from dying, maybe this changes stuff. Maybe I might be like, yo, this is the greatest surprise of all time.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
But I'm gonna go with Paige for the moment, getting the strap, coming as one of the top NXT women or wrestlers.
She was double champ. She was double
champ. And she was still a champ. Yeah, like everything adds up. And then, like I said, won it and then never looked back. And just she lit the flame. She lit the flame of the women's revolution, and then it slowly traveled.
Okay. Ash, do you agree with him, or are you going to go with David Arquette?
Yeah, because when you do think about it like that, like Eric Bischoff was already champion. So we were already pretty low. Like
Yeah,
we were already the bar was already to hell.
It wasn't a lot.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Paige too. I think I'm gonna have to go
Okay.
Paige too.
Okay.
Just because of the significance of the moment,
Yeah.
how much, and everything that Paige amounted to after it. Like they put the rocket on her. She low-key could have a second film. I say that all the time. Like she already has a whole entire film about her coming up as a wrestler. If she wanted to, she could make a whole entire film about her rise in the WWE, leaving the WWE, going to AEW.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So she definitely made the most of that moment.
I read her book, and I feel like there was a whole lot of chapters that she could make into the second half, like a second movie. Like you said, it's like shit. I would watch. I haven't seen the first one yet, but I would watch the second one too, because
first one's fire.
Yeah. It's crazy how that movie came about too, because like The Rock saw the movie in England, because there was an actual documentary that was made of her called Fight with My Family, like an actual and then he saw that. I was like, I want to make it to like an actual movie, and then he made it to a real movie.
Right. To have so many people believe in you.
Oh yeah, shout out Zelina Vega was in it too. I forgot about that. She was in that movie too. But yeah, shout out Paige. I agree with Paige. You guys said a lot of everything of what I was thinking. Paige defined a lot of things, and to be able to have that rocket ship never really go out. I get it. She got injured, unfortunately. I wish she didn't get injured, because I feel like she would have been a great addition to the current division. A lot of matchups we didn't see. We still see. She's still in WWE. She returned. So once she gets out of that tag division, hopefully she has a great singles run again. She's still young. She's still in her early 30s. Yeah, she's 33.
Yeah,
she's wild.
Crazy.
She can still have a 10-year.
That's it.
Yeah, she can still have a 10-year career and be like, shit. Give her more championships. Give her a Royal Rumble win. Give her something. She's back. She's healthy again, so it's cool. So yeah, shout out Paige. Shout out David Arquette. But hey, my decision to vote for him. That was.
Damn, I'm sorry. No.
It was a great flip of a switch that I chose him. Gave us more to talk about later on, but hey, more we know. But yeah, Paige wins the bracket. Thank you, Ash, for doing this.
Yes, thank you.
This was a great topic, great discussion.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Plug yourself, and where can people find you? Lip Gloss and Ladders. Where can we find everything?
Yes, so you can find me at Ash on Commentary on TikTok and Instagram. And if you want to find me and the other girls, we are Lip Gloss and the letter N Ladders, I think on Twitter and Instagram, and then Lip Gloss Ladders on TikTok.
Okay, cool. I'll definitely make sure I'll leave all the links in the description of this YouTube video, so that way everyone go subscribe to easily. Thank you again. This was fun. Nick.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Well, season 4, episode 7. We'll catch you guys next time.
Catch you.